Hi, this is Ashwini here, and today I'm going to talk about proofreading. But what am I doing with potatoes? Well, I'm multitasking because I'm a mom and who's an author and who needs to talk about stuff about her writing while she's multitasking. Okay, and if you thought that peeling garlic is a very boring task yet necessary, you should try proofreading and you will realize how difficult it is. So I'm going to make today a recipe called lal mat. So lal mat is basically red spinach, amaranthus it is called, with some potatoes and tomatoes and onions. And I'm going to get around in peeling garlic or removing the shells. Okay, so it's a really boring task to do housework, but it is necessary because your family needs nourishment. So, and this is how proofreading is. Okay, it is necessary and it's a repetitive task, and you've got to do it because your book needs to be published, isn't it? Yeah, it has to be in the best possible way. Yeah, you just cannot just take garlic with the outer covering and just throw it into the vegetable, isn't it? Yeah? So proofreading is really necessary. All right, so to edit and to proofread is like a stupendously boring task on hand. First of all, just like garlic, you cannot get enough of it. The same way, the more you edit a story, the better it gets. And when your book reaches the stage of proofreading, it has gone through like 101 reads by yourself, at least 3 times by yourself, and at least 3 to 4 times by the editor, him or herself. So even during proofread, now generally when it is proofread, it is done by a different person. So then you have the thought process of a different person. So what happened with my book is that, just like some people say, like you should not put garlic and potatoes in red amaranthus. This is amaranthus. This is a red spinach. So I'm just turning this off, and so my red amaranthus is ready and chopped, and so I have potatoes, tomatoes. So now I've got my wok prepared with oil, and I have all the vegetables cut. So when the oil becomes hot, I'm going to put in a little bit of cumin and mustard seed and hing. Okay, it's called asafoetida. And then I will put in potatoes and onions and tomatoes and garlic and green chilies. Of course, I'll show you that shot. So what happened during my proofreading time, that first time the proofreading came back, I had to do a lot of work in it. And when I was doing it, my son got bitten by a stray dog. Now you have to be very careful when that happens. You have to take your child to the doctors and get him the shots. So I went to the hospital. I had to leave everything, and then I had to go to the hospital, get an injection and come back. And you have to do this after every 7 to 15 days, just like proofreading. It goes and it comes back, so you have to keep on going and completing the dosage after 7 days, 21 days, and I think 30 days or something like that. Just check it out, okay, after a dog bite. So now this is heating up, so I'm just putting in some mustard, okay, and some jeera, that is cumin. But then what happened the next time when I was proofreading, this is hing asafoetida. Next time what happened during proofreading will really blow your mind, because I did not expect this to happen after a dog bite. I thought that was the end of my troubles. Hi, so now I'm cooking in my very special double mode. So as you can see over here, I put in the turmeric, potatoes, onions, tomatoes, 1 green slit chilies and garlic and mustard seed and jeera, and soon I shall be putting the amaranthus. Okay, so it's going to be kind of crazy, so just hold on. while I coordinate things. Alright, and then that's it, pretty much it. In this vegetable, you just have to put in the leaves and close it, and then put in red chili powder and maybe sugar and a little bit of water if they don't wilt so much. Each amaranthus wilts differently. Okay, so I will let you know. So the next time my book came back, proofread, after this first round was over. First time we had a dog bite, second time we had COVID. So my son just started to vomit and vomit and vomit and lose motion and vomit. So we were sure that it was COVID. It couldn't have been, but it was pretty much looking like that. And during that time, we were not allowed to give the children injections. So it only came afterwards. So I'm putting in the amaranthus completely. And so after being proofread, again I had to run to the hospital, get the medicines, but I didn't take my son because I didn't want him to be admitted in the hospital. We could handle it ourselves, so we thought, and so we did. So there was my son vomiting away, and there I was trying to concentrate and proofread. And definitely when you are stressed out, you just cannot proofread properly. But I did. Each proofread you have to read at least 3 times, and you can make the changes only during that time. Later, of course, an art copy will be made. You will find things there as well. But this time is a good time to make specific changes which you think are very, very critical. So you must be alert to that. Okay, so I have put in the red chili powder and sugar in the amaranthus, and see how beautiful, gorgeous red it is. It's just like red, like rubies, I think Nigella would say. Okay, so this is how it looks like, and you just have to kind of fry it more and put a little bit of water, put the lid on top, and then just wait for 5-10 minutes and you're done. And so for the very last time, when my son fell ill with COVID and I was editing a proofread manuscript, I sent it across. You have to read it 3 times at least, and there were a few mistakes which I changed during that time as well. And then again, when it came back for the last time from the proofreader, I fell ill with COVID, and I was ill for around 15 days. It sapped the energy out of me, but then you have to keep on reading, and I tried to clear it as much as possible. Now only a few changes were there in the last proofread, and that was done, and in about 15 days I somehow managed to finish the whole manuscript proofreading, and I sent it across, and it was finally taken for printing. But the story doesn't end. Just like now I have to go and make rotis, there was still one more part of the process, and that was typesetting and then art copies. And yeah, definitely you find mistakes in that as well, and then it breaks your heart. Okay, so that's next time. Do let me know if you like this method of videos with cooking and also about books and my experience in publishing my first digital published book by my publishers. Okay, Vishwakarma Publications are my publishers. Okay, see you, bye bye. Thank you for watching the whole video.